All right, guys, I can see a few more have just joined in. For those of you that have just come, we'll be waiting till 3:05 to start, just so all the clubs that signed up for today can make it on time and don't miss the beginning. But either way, the meeting is being recorded, so you'll have access to this later on to refer and also to share with the rest of your club members for whoever wants to watch, basically. All right, guys, we're going to start now. Thank you all, first of all, for coming, for signing up, and for being on time. This is going to be the second Shine briefing session that we're having. We had one yesterday, but obviously you guys signed up for the one today, and it's really great to have you guys here. To start, to introduce myself, my name is Ali. I'm the president of the Shine Ambassadors. I know some of you already, and there's some I don't know, but we'll definitely get to know each other during the course of this partnership. Basically, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to explain to you what the Shine Award program is about for those of you that don't know about it yet. And then I'm going to be explaining to you guys what it means to be a Shine partner and how you guys can go ahead and start providing opportunities for Taylorians through the portal. I mean, I always see all the amazing things all the clubs are doing, and this is going to be a great way for you guys to reach out directly to students and basically add value to their lives during their university journey. So yeah, let's begin. So for those of you that don't know, basically what the Shine Award program is basically it's an award program that basically validates students' achievements in developing and applying the 8 Taylor's graduate capabilities throughout the uni life. So we recognize their activities and involvement in extracurricular activities. And there are basically 3 types of awards that they can achieve throughout their Shine journey, which is the Platinum, Gold, and Silver Award. So basically, the mission of Shine is to enhance the students' employability by providing a platform to build and showcase their competencies. And basically, the goal is to have holistic, industry-ready students by the time they're graduating from their course. So for the Shine students who start off their journey, okay, before we get into that, let me explain to you guys. This is what we call the new Shine Award program. We had an old one, but the way the mechanics of the new one differ from the old one is that Shine is now mandatory for all degree students, with an exception of 2 or 3 courses, but it's now mandatory, which means all the Taylorians who are in their degree, bachelor's degree, are in the Shine Award program, and they can claim points or work towards attaining the awards by participating in organizing activities, not just by attending activities. So that's the key difference that differentiates this from the old program. In the old program, just by attending a workshop or a seminar or any sort of event, you could claim points towards getting the award. But for this program, the key thing to remember is that students sign up to help you organize the event up until the execution. So for the student, what the journey looks like is it starts with the life skills modules. I'm sure most of you know them by now. So they take their life skills modules in their first year, most times in their first semester. And through the life skills modules, they're trained on emotional intelligence, and they're guided in their first introductory guide into what the Shine portal looks like, and building their personal development plan, networking map, and e-portfolio. I'm sure some of you have already done this. So the personal development plan, networking map, and e-portfolio are something that you're guided on during the life skills modules, but it's something you work on up until your last semester. In week 8 of your last semester, during what's called the professional development week, is basically when these things are due. So it's a constant process of things you keep updating throughout your degree life. And after the life skills modules, basically you're on your way in a self-directed manner to accumulate your points based on what you're interested in. And there's basically 5 themes of events that you can claim points for. And any event that you guys nominate will be classified under one of these 5 themes. So there's impactful social responsibility, teamwork and collaboration, cultural appreciation and adaptation, relationship building and networking. And up until this one, all 4 themes are mandatory for students to take part in during their journey to be able to qualify for the GCAT, which I'll explain in a bit. And personal achievements, which is the last theme, is an optional theme. And this is to sort of award the students for things that they've not participated in organizing, but things that they've achieved. So for example, if you win a competition, either an industry competition or any other sort of competition, you can claim points under personal achievements, running a marathon, anything that you guys can think of that you get an award or you like worked hard and won something falls under that theme. And then basically in your final semester of your degree is when when your journey with the Shine program ends. And this is done by submitting the personal development plan, networking map, and e-portfolio. And then the accumulation of your Shine points and PLO scores are evaluated to be able to decide what award you qualify for. So this is where it gets a little bit complicated, but you guys as clubs don't need to worry about that. Also along the way, if you guys have any questions and you feel like you're not going to remember them later, you guys can spam the chat box. And after I'm done with my presentation, I'll go through the questions one by one, and we'll also open for a question and answer session, because I know some things can get a little bit technical and complicated. But yeah, let's move on. So in Shine, we have what we call partners, and partners are organizations that provide opportunities for Taylorians along the way of their Shine journey. So we have internal partners and external partners. Internal partners are the clubs and societies at Taylor's, regardless of whether you're a SEAL club, faculty club, or a sports club, you fall under the category of being an internal partner. And then we have external partners, which are real like setup organizations, like actual companies that are also providing opportunities for Taylorians in different ways. So we have, as that last year, we had about 14 external partners that were already providing opportunities for Taylorians through the portal. And this number has grown significantly since then. And now that you guys are coming on board as Shine partners, yeah, there's gonna be more than 100. Yeah, so this is what the UI on the portal looks like when you're browsing the teams, like I mentioned earlier. So there's the page which we call the experiential activities page, which is what you guys are looking at, and this is where all the opportunities that are available are shown here to the student, and also you guys as partners will be able to see this to see what kind of opportunities are made available, and this is done categorized by theme. So under each theme, you can see the number of activities that are available. So for example, that you can see the purple circle on top of each that has a 0 on top. This will basically show the total number of available activities under each theme. Another cool feature of the portal is that you can reward students that go above and beyond in delivering beyond your expectations by rewarding them with digital badges. These badges will show throughout the student's journey with Shine. So even for future applications that they do for other events, they'll be able to see that you as an organization rewarded them for things that they've gone extra or things that they've really outshone themselves in. So we have templates for digital badges that are already available on the portal that you can use to reward students with. But if you guys have your own templates for badges, you guys can also go ahead and create your own, be creative, make it special for yourselves, and you can reward students in that way as well. Another feature that's going to be important for you guys is the discussion board. Now, the discussion board is basically a forum, an open forum that is available to anyone who has access to the portal. So each student individually will have access to the portal and have access to the discussion board. And also you as clubs and societies being partners will also have access to the discussion board. And you can use this to really engage with the students. You can put up your own topics for discussion and students can comment on them. Students can also start their own discussion topics in which you can comment on as a club. And this will be a great way to kind of either find out what the students want to engage in, what kind of activities they're looking for, or even if you have an event coming up, excuse me, and you want to promote it, the discussion board can be a great way to do that. Then we have the leaderboard. The leaderboard basically will highlight the students in the current time that are doing the best in Shine, and this is measured by the students who have claimed the most amount of points who are currently in the Shine program. So you guys can look out for this and basically know who are the students that are really going above and beyond to engage, and you can use this as a recruiting method to kind of reach out to these students and get them on board for your activities, etc., etc. And the students can also kind of boast about this by sharing it on their social media. They can do that for the digital badges too. So if you reward them with a special badge, they can kind of share it on their social media, and that becomes like kind of marketing for you guys. So now let's talk about, I mean, that was from a student's perspective. Let's talk about what's going to happen once you guys come on board as Shine partners. Now Yusuf will put in the chat box the registration link for you guys to fill out to become Shine partners. The deadline for this is tomorrow night. So Sunday night is when we'll be closing the registration. It is mandatory for you guys to have accounts, regardless of whether you're a club, society, or student body. The reason is because you are expected to, as a club, to provide opportunities for Taylorians. We'll get a little bit into the details later, and also use the features of the portal. So yeah, I think the link is with you guys already, so you can go ahead and start filling that out. So once you fill that out, we'll basically have the details we need to be able to give you guys your access to the portal. And the first thing you guys will need to do is activate your account. And this is the trickiest part so far that I've faced with clubs. The thing about the activation is that once we activate your account, you will get an email that looks something like this, where you're expected to activate your account. And this is only valid for 24 hours after the email has been sent to you. So if you don't activate your account within the 24 hours of receiving this email, it gets deactivated again. So we have to do the whole process all over again. So what I'll be doing to smoothen out this process is every time I activate one of your accounts, I'll DM the representative of the account and let you guys know that I've activated your account, and to check in your club email address to click activate. All of you will get your unique username and password. There'll be a dummy password initially, and you guys can go ahead and change that, of course, for your own safety and privacy. But the key thing to remember is just when I text you guys to say your account is ready to be activated, just make sure you check your club email addresses and click activate account before 24 hours end of receiving that email. And as soon as you click activate, the first thing you will see is this page on the dashboard. And I want you guys to fill your organization name, your email address, contact number, and your new passwords. And just make sure that the way you write these things, like the spelling and everything, is exactly the way it should be, the way your clubs have been registered and the way you want it to show. So for example, if you want something to be all caps, or if you want something to be all small, or if your email address has some complicated spelling to it, just make sure that everything is the way it should be when you fill this out, because once you fill this, you can't change it. We would have to set up a new account all over again, and that's just going to be counterproductive. So this is the only thing you guys really need to be like mindful of. And once you fill that out, you'll get an alert to say your account has been successfully activated and you can log in. So to log in, basically you go to shineaward.taylors.edu.my and click login. The other thing you need to be sure of every time you're logging in is that under the 3 options that there are to log in, you're logging in as a Shine partner. Your username and password will not be able to work if you click any of the other 2 options. So we have 3 categories of students that can access, 3 categories of people that can access the portal. So we have students, staff, and partners. So you guys are partners. So just make sure you keep clicking that, because if some of you miss it, you'll message me and you'll be like, our username and password isn't working, etc., etc. So this is just one of the small things to keep in mind. Updating your profile, when you guys are able to log in, what I want you guys to do is upload an image. So the image should be your official club logo. Make sure it's, if you guys have the PNG files, make sure you save the PNG as a JPEG and then upload it on a background that shows all the colors of your logo to look the best. That's up to you guys. But this is what this is what students will see when they look at your profile. So just try and make it as attractive as possible or as clear as possible. Apart from that, the contact numbers won't be shown to students, so you don't have to worry about privacy in that sense. What students will be able to see when they view your profile is your email address and your club name. That's about it. Unless you choose to show additional information, that's the only time it'll be shown. So don't worry about sharing contact numbers and stuff like that. That's mostly for us as ambassadors and the admins. Yeah, so just make sure you put in the number. It's important to put the number even if you don't want to show it, because like I said, it won't show, but it's important for us to be able to reach out to the person who's going to be in charge of the portal if we ever need to follow up on any information and stuff like that. The person in charge also has to put their details under the person in charge tab. And this is information that can be edited constantly depending on who's in charge of the portal. I would recommend that you guys limit the people who have access to this end of the portal, because it can get a bit messy if you have like 10 people accessing it. Things like passwords can change, and you might find your club sharing information that hasn't gone through the right protocol of sharing, or however you guys set that SOP. But the person in charge is basically our reference point as the person who we follow up with in case there's anything to ask. And this will need to be changed every time you guys transition your EXCO and BOD when your term ends. So every time you go through your transitioning, this will be one of the things you transition in terms of changing the access person of your account in the Shine portal. So just keep that in mind as well. Okay, let's talk about what you guys will be doing in terms of nominating activities. When you go to the experiential activities page, which I showed you guys earlier, it's basically as simple as clicking add activity. For those of you who have had access to the Old China Award portal, you'll have seen how complicated that was. And basically what the new portal has done well is to try and simplify that process and make it as user-friendly as possible. So I don't think you guys will be having much of an issue on this. So when you do want to nominate an activity, you click new activity, and you can see it's a guided process on uploading the relevant marketing information. So you have the opportunity to post up a banner or a poster, and the optimum sizes for the banner have been indicated there for you. So you guys can consider that when you're creating those things. And then you will have to input the theme, which is, like I said, we have 5 themes. You need to know which one to put it under. So if you have difficulty in identifying what your event falls under in terms of the theme, you can always reach out to me personally or any of the Shine ambassadors, and we'll be happy to help you, guide you on this. Category of the event, level. Now the level option is there because, like I said, you guys are going to be recruiting organizing committee for specific events, and this is on an event to event basis. So you can hire people of different levels. For example, if you have an executive, you can hire executives. If you have a team lead, you can have team leads. If you have a chairman, you can have a chairman as a level, and you can state all these levels that are available that you are recruiting. And also you have the opportunity to set separate registration dates and event dates. So again, considering that this is on an event-to-event basis of people who are going to help you organize the event, not participate in the event, the registration date is for the people to apply to you to come on board as your organizing committee for that event. So let's say we're hosting an event and the execution day of that event is 30th of June. That means you'll probably want people to start working from 1st of June, right? So that means you'll open registration from probably May. Like let's say 1st of May to 15th of May, you want to use that as your recruitment period. That's the time that students can apply to you for the position. And the event date is the time that they'll be working with you to work on that event. And the last day of that event is the last day of the execution of that event. I don't know if I'm being clear enough, but if you guys have any questions to clear this out, you guys can ask me towards the end. So basically what I want you guys to take away from this is that there's a different registration date and a different event date. And the event date is not the date of the event. It's the date that the student will be working with you guys to organize that event. And the last day is the execution day of that event. Okay, so let's move on. So here you can see the remainder of the details that you guys have to fill in. So as you can see, what I was telling you about the event date is basically the activity duration. So the activity duration is the time that the students will be working with you guys to set up the activity. Another thing that partners have been getting confused with that I want you guys to take note of is, as much as this is confusing, the green button on the bottom right is not submit. The green button is save as draft. So all the information that you put in, if you save as draft, the Shine admins cannot see and approve that event yet. It's just saved in your portal for you guys to come and amend it later. If you're not sure yet on, or you still have like details to finalize, or if you're just procrastinating filling the details. And it's only we can only see it on our side of the portal to be able to approve it once you click the orange button, which says submit activity for approval. So only once you click submit activity for approval is when it can be approved to be shown on the Shine portal. But just make sure that all the details that you fill in are accurate by the time you click submit, because once you click submit, you can't change anything anymore. Once it's approved, that's it, it's final, and those will be the dates that you have set. Unless then you delete the event and go through the whole process again. So these are just the little things that along the way you guys need to be careful with. So once you have nominated your events, you can manage the events that you've nominated and basically get feedback on them. So under the nominated activities, you'll be able to see all the lists, all the activities in a list form that your club has ever submitted to be nominated onto the portal. And you can see whether the activity has been, whether it's waiting for approval, has been approved, rejected, or reverted. Reverted basically means the admin wants to get back to you to provide additional information that is probably missing or something that needs to be changed. If it's rejected, there will be a reason for it. Most likely, it has been uploaded or nominated in the wrong theme. So again, if you guys aren't sure about the themes, you can always reach out to us and we'll be here to help you with that along the way. And basically, you'll get notified for each of these. So if your event has been approved, rejected, or reverted, you'll get an email notification, and you'll also be notified on the portal. So you guys can always look out for that once you have nominated your activities. Then when students sign up, they sign up to you directly through the portal. So when students sign up, no one comes in between. It's you directly with the student. So when you create the activity nomination, you can set certain criteria that you want the students to have, that you are looking for in your organizing committee. So let's say you want students from a certain faculty, or students who have certain experience doing certain things, like people who are good at editing video, for example, or writing articles or something like that. You can set that as criteria, and the students will fill basically a registration form on the portal. They can click register for the event, and you manage these registrations. And just because a student has signed up to register for your event does not mean you need to accept them. You are able to accept, let's say 30 people have applied, you can accept one, you can accept all 30. It's totally up to you, depending on what criteria you have that you want to manage. So when the students sign up, you can see a list of all the students that have signed up, and you can view their application information by clicking the green eye. And then if you click the orange arrow, that's basically giving them a response to basically also approve, reject, or revert. So you can also revert to a student if you want more information, or you can directly accept or reject them for your own reasons. And you can also export this sheet to Excel for your own ease of like viewing the data. Yeah, so this is what the applications look like for you. You can view it as a PDF or as Excel, like I said, and that's just for your own records and stuff. Also remember that anytime, just like a normal event, when students share private information with you, like contact numbers and stuff like that, this is considered private information that you're not allowed to publicly share. So I hope you guys know that already. And again, you can revert, approve, or reject the students based on whatever criteria you have. And then once the student, you have, let's say in the event that you approve them, now the student has worked with you for the duration that is up to you to set for the event. And now when the event is complete, it has been executed, then you need to basically tell the portal that the student has performed whatever they need to perform and their time with you is done. So basically, next to each student's registration, there's the green slider that basically says completed. So for every student who has completed their tasks assigned and the event is complete, you basically click this slider to say that the activity has been completed. And only once you mention that the activity has been completed, can the student then through their own account submit the reflection to be able to claim points for this. So basically Shine works by the students writing reflections for the events that they participate in to be able to claim points for those events. And so if you do not mark them as complete, they cannot submit their reflection, and basically they'll bother you about it. So just make sure that every time your event is complete, you mark them as completed. And then we also have other ways of evaluating them. So we have a 5-star rating system, which is basically self-explanatory. Five stars is for students that have really met your expectations of what you expected them to, and 1 is basically they were the people in the group assignment that basically didn't do anything and you carried them along the way. You can give them written feedback. This written feedback will show on their profile for the entirety of their engagement with the Shine program. So even when they submit to other events, they'll be able to see the written evaluation that you have given them. And likewise, when they apply to you, you'll be able to see any written evaluations that they've been given before. Then you can also give them the digital badges and e-certificates. We'll get into that in a bit. So you basically have to mark them as whether their engagement is complete, ongoing, or pending. Most likely, you'll be putting them as complete. You can view them as whether the students' tasks have been complete, ongoing, or pending, just for your own ease of filtering the students' data. Okay, then e-certificates. For anyone who has basically helped you organize an event, I think an e-certificate is given that it's automatic that you'd be giving them an e-certificate. So the portal has made this easy for you in the sense there is a pre-made template that is already there for you guys to use in the event that you don't want to come up with your own e-certificates for the events that they have participated in. So you can reward them with the portal generated e-certificate, or again, if you guys want to be special, give them something to remember you guys by, you can create your own e-certificates and also upload it for them there. And then there's the digital badges. So apart from the e-certificates, for the students that have really impressed you, or the students that have really done beyond what you expected them to, we have the portal template digital badges that you can reward the students with for certain tasks, and you can also come up with your own digital badges that you can use to award the students, and they can share this on their social media and stuff like that. And then, like I said, there's the 5-star rating system. This is encouraged because it's really motivating for the student to be able to see a conclusive feedback, especially when they've worked with you guys for so long. And from what I've heard back from the students is they really appreciate honest feedback. Try not to attack students for things that obviously they haven't done, but give honest feedback, positive criticism, and things that will help them improve for the future. That's pretty much about it regarding what you guys will be engaging with on the portal. I know it's been a lot of information, but we'll open for questions in a few minutes. We have the resource bank on the portal, which is available to you guys. And this basically has a lot of FAQs and stuff of questions that we get asked frequently. The TGCs, we have a list of TGCs for you guys. This will help you kind of be able to figure out how many points are available for the students who participate under that event, depending on the TGC that you're providing for them. So this gives an explanation of what each TGC is, because you guys will have to specify what TGC your event is offering when you nominate your events. It sounds difficult for now. It's really not that hard. And if you guys have any problem with it, you can always reach out to me, like I said, or any of the ambassadors. And this is what we'll be here to support you guys for throughout your time with Shine. And then there's the inquiry tab. So if there's anything you really can't find in terms of support on the portal, you can write to us directly to the Shine Award Center, or you can also email the Shine ambassadors directly at shineambassadors@taylors.edu.my, and we will do our best to reply to you as soon as possible. But the quickest method to get like urgent help is, from my experience, is just WhatsApping us directly. You can use the student leaders group, or you can use my number, just WhatsApp me directly, and we'll be here to support you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the briefing. Yusuf will now put a feedback form. I'd really appreciate if you guys fill in the feedback for how you think this briefing went, because we are hoping to provide a lot of support workshops for you guys, and the feedback will really help us know where to improve. I'm just going to go through your questions now. Can you provide us the website link? Yeah, sure. I'll type it in the chat box now. It's shineaward.taylors.edu.my. So you guys, okay, crap, there's no space between Shine and Award. Shineaward.taylors. Okay, I'm having trouble with this. Yusuf, can you please put the portal link? The slides and the meeting are being recorded. I'll share with you by email, just the way I emailed you guys the invite to this meeting. I will email you guys the deck of slides and the meeting recording link, so you guys can refer to this later and also share with your committees. So when we organize an event and we want the students to be eligible for Shine points for it, it needs to be submitted here and approved first, because initially I thought adding the Shine point logo is a formal criteria on all event posters. Okay, so the reason that we have the Shine, the logo that says eligible for Shine points as mandatory, even if it's for students who are just participating, is for the old Shine Award students. Like I mentioned, the students who are under the old Shine Award program can claim points for just participating for events. So the reason that the logo is there on all posters is for them. But for the students under the new Shine Award portal, you will only nominate activities on this portal as partners if you are interested in recruiting students for organizing the event, regardless of what the event is. So the way that this differs in having your full committee, like people like you who are bound by contract for a term, is that this is just for students who are probably looking to just gain a little bit of experience and gain the points necessary to get their award, and basically figure out what they are interested in and what kind of work they're interested in. So let's say the Barista Club sets up one event to organize. They will not only learn about what you are willing to teach through the event that you're hosting, but they'll know what it means to set up an event in the Barista Club for whatever, I mean, in whichever way that you guys do it. So it's basically an exposure kind of thing. For students who do not or forget to sign up for the event through the Shine portal, but they were able to claim points as they are the committee, how would this be able to help them navigate through this year? Okay, so if you're on the committee of a club who is nominating the event, you cannot sign up for that club, your own club's event, basically, because you will be claiming points as your position in your club for the 1 year term or 2 year term or whatever your terms are. And from what I've seen, you do claim more points by being by bound contract like you guys are, rather than on an event to event basis. So this is just for additional people that you want to help organize your event, not for your club committee that is already bound by contract. Does that make sense? Students who joined our events will not automatically get Shine points anymore. Yeah, so if they just join to sign up for the event, I mean, they sign up for attending the event under this Shine program, they will not be able to claim points. But in the event that they helped you organize the event, like let's say you recruited students who are eligible for Shine points but did not register through the Shine portal, they can still claim the points for helping you organize the event. From the student side, when they submit the reflections, they can choose to select whether the event was held through registering through the portal or in a self-directed manner, which is something that they organized, I mean, that they signed up for outside of the portal. So even if you recruit people in your own way from your own external marketing, those students will still claim points if they're under the Shine Award program. They still have the ability to do that. Then we have, just to clarify, the Shine Award program is only applicable to university students and not college students. Yes, that is correct. The Shine Award program is only for degree students who are studying their bachelor's degree. And it starts from the day that they enroll into their degree to the day that they graduate in their degree. So if you're doing foundation, diploma, or anything that falls under Taylor's College, then you will not be able to be eligible for the Shine Award program. And also there are 3 degrees of students that cannot claim Shine points, but are still eligible for the Shine experiential listing. You guys don't have to worry about this, but for your own knowledge, it's Bachelor's of Medicine, Bachelor's of Engineering, Bachelor's of Architecture, and Bachelor's of Quantity Surveying are the only 4 programs that cannot claim points, but they are still encouraged to participate in activities because they will be rewarded for it in their own way. Next question. I would like to ask if your club has already been registered and activated. Do we need to do it again? Nope. If you already have your Shine partnership access, then this briefing was more to act as a tutorial guide on how you guys should navigate on the portal. And if you have any questions, you can ask them now. But thank you for already registering. This is just now we need all the clubs to be a part of it. I'm here representing TEDx Taylors, which is at the moment an independent event committee and not a club. Would this affect our registration under the Shine program in any way? Also, we're planning to make our event pay to enter event. It wouldn't be against any of Shine terms and conditions. Okay, Raishan, to answer your question, it doesn't affect the way you would apply, regardless of whether you're a university club or not. We would still encourage you to come aboard and be partners, because you can still, even as an external organization, provide opportunity to Taylorians, even if you don't classify yourself as a club or a student body or whatever. From what you say about pay to enter, I'm assuming you mean that for attending your events, right? For people who want to attend your TEDx talks, you want them to pay to be able to attend. That doesn't affect us at all. How you execute your events is totally at your club's discretion, or organization's discretion rather. And what you would be doing under Shine is basically providing students the opportunity to help you organize that event. So let's say you have a small group of students who is leading organizing your event. So you or your BODs or whatever, you can recruit students to help you as added manpower. The benefit for you is you have the labor to be able to achieve something bigger that your club wouldn't be able to with the limited manpower probably. And the benefit to the student is they get the experience of knowing what it means to organize a TEDx event and not just participate for one. I hope that clears it out. But for participating to help you organize the event, it cannot be pay to enter, right? It's just up to whether you want to recruit them or not. But for attendance of your event, however you want to run it, does not affect us. Oh, you mean there are external students recruited for a specific period of time for a specific event, and they forgot to go through the Shine portal? Okay. If you've cleared it out, basically, I won't confuse you anymore. If I understood you correctly, Shine Points is now only goes to members, but organizing committees. So for normal club activities, which we want people to join, we do not have to submit the activity in the portal, and we should not put it in the Shine Point logo for events. Okay. Thank you, Larry, for your question. This is actually an important point, and it's a really good question. Either way, all your posters should have the eligible for Shine Points logo regardless, because all students, even if the students are not under this portal, if they're all Shine Award students, if they attend your event, they will be able to claim points for it, whether they inform you or not. So it's important to still have that logo. And if you recruit, wait, sorry, what was your question? Okay, if you know that you are organizing an event that you don't want to recruit students for, the Shine portal has something, I forgot to mention this earlier, but from the student side, even from the partner side, you can view something which is called Campus News. I don't know if you guys know about Campus News yet, but Campus News is basically a forum that highlights all the events that are currently ongoing at Taylor's by whether it's faculties or clubs or faculty clubs or individual students, anyone who's organizing an activity, the lecturer or advisor of the club will post it up on Campus News. And this is an easy way for everyone to see what is actually happening at Taylor's currently. So if you don't want to nominate the event to recruit people, but you still want to use it as a marketing tool for people to come and attend your events, then you please ask your club advisors to nominate this event on the Campus News forum, and all students will be able to see it there. So students who have access to this portal will go to experiential activities to sign up for events that they want to help organize, and go to Campus News to see events that they want to attend. I hope this makes sense. That's actually an important point. But you as a Shine partner does not have access directly to Campus News. It's a staff only forum. So you need your club advisor to nominate this for you. And of course, you guys will still have your own traditional ways of marketing. So through your own social medias, through your own registration links and so on. So if people do sign up in that way, like I said, they can still claim points for it by clicking self-directed when they submit the reflections. So we'll be here as ambassadors to kind of clear these things up along the way for you. You can always reach out to us individually, and we'll be able to explain to you more clearly on a case-to-case basis how this is going to work, depending on what the nature of your event is. Yeah. So once again, if there's no more questions, I'd really appreciate it if all of you fill in the feedback form.
Excuse me, I got a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I joined a bit late, but is it compulsory for us to upload every single one of our event in the Shine portal?
No, it is not compulsory to upload every single event, but it is recommended to provide as much opportunity as you can for Taylorians. But in the event that you're nominating, I mean, that you have an event that you're not looking for organizing committee for, you don't necessarily need to post it up.
Okay, because right now my club is we already recruited enough exco and BODs so that we can like have the club run itself just based on using like our current manpower.
Okay.
So if we do not like need any additional manpower, do we still need to upload it?
No, you do not need to upload the events onto the you don't need to upload those events onto the portal. But like I said, you should still get your club advisor to upload it on Campus News so that you are still providing the opportunity for students to attend, even if it's not organized. And also, you still need to have a Shine Partner access. And the benefit for you is that you can, as a club, is if you still monitor the discussion board, you'll be able to engage with the students, even if you're not recruiting them, and kind of find out the events that they're interested in joining, engaging them on whatever topic you think is interesting.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Hi, can I know when does this new Shine program start? Is it now already start or next semester?
The new Shine Award program started in March 2020. So it's been ongoing for, this is the 4th semester now, the 4th intake of students that is joining. So there's already thousands upon thousands of students who have access to the portal. So it's already an ongoing thing. And there's already a lot of events that are nominated on the portal. Once you have access to your accounts, you'll be able to see. And you'll also be able to see the students who are already on the leaderboard excelling in their own journeys.
Okay. Yes. And another question is, so that means if we don't need any extra pair of hands to help, so we organize a workshop, for example, we don't need to include it in.
Yes. Then you don't upload it onto the experiential activities, but you should ask your club advisor to upload it onto Campus News.
So they won't get points for joining the workshop.
No, they won't get points for joining. But the students who are under the old Shine Award program will be able to claim points for it.
Okay. Another question would be, because for my Muting Society, most times our events are just done by the BODs, okay. But we do organize 2 main competitions every year, which is one internal and one intervarsity. So for these 2 competitions, we do recruit a lot of volunteers. So would they qualify under this as a organizing committee, or?
So that I mean, from the nature of what you just explained, it sounds like a competition, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two ways you would upload that nature of event. If you're looking for volunteers, you would post it up as an opportunity for students to come and volunteer with you to help run that event. And you would also nominate it under personal achievements for the students who take part in the competition to also claim points, because like I said, personal achievements is for students who are competing on a certain level, right?
Yeah.
So in both ways, you can nominate that event onto the portal.
And for both categories, we would need to mark like completed for each of them and rate and give them feedback, is it?
Correct.
So if I have 100 volunteers, I have to do that for all 100 volunteers.
Yes.
Okay.
So if the club is recruiting exco BODs for the club itself, no need to nominate it anymore. No, for your club official exco and BODs, this is okay. You can, but you don't have to. You can post it up as an opportunity to say that you're recruiting exco and BODs under whatever levels for the next 1 year. You can, but it's not mandatory to, because traditionally we recruit in other ways, right? We either promote people who are already in the club, or we hire based on our own criteria that we have. So I'll leave that up to you guys. It's up to your own discretion if you want to post recruitment of your Exco BODs on your portal as an opportunity. That way more students will be able to be made aware of it and more people sort of have the opportunity to be able to sign up. But if you don't want to for Exco BODs, you don't have to, because normally those points will be claimed under self-directed anyway. Where is Campus News? Campus News, let me see if I can go back to my slide. I don't know if my slide shows it. Give me a second. Okay, if you look at this page, can you see this button? Can you guys see my cursor?
Yes, yes.
Okay. This is Campus News. So on anyone's portal, regardless of whether they're staff, student, or partners, you have access to this button. And once you click into Campus News, you'll be able to see all the events that are being run at Taylor's, regardless of whether you can sign up for them or not, or whether they were open for you or not. And this is a way that students will be made aware of events that are happening or that are coming up in the next few months that they can sign up for in terms of participation. So this is where Campus News is. And it is only accessible for staff members to post opportunities on them. As students, we do not have the permission. Another question: for organizing committee within the club, do we get to apply for Shine Points as well, or do we need to sign up to help other events to fulfill Shine Points? So as organizing committee, you will definitely get your points for the term that you have fulfilled. There's a special algorithm that there is for calculating how many points you get for that. And depending on your role in the committee, whether you are, for example, the president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, director, or just an executive, you would get a certain amount of points. But like I mentioned previously, just to clarify, if you are serving under the club if you're serving a certain club, you cannot sign up to claim points for the events that your own club is nominating, because then you would not be eligible for that point. So basically, waste your time submitting reflections that will get rejected. But if you are on an organizing committee of a club and you sign up for another club's activities, then you will most definitely get the points for that as well. Okay, for TEDx Taylors, if we don't have a club advisor, how can we access to the Campus News? Okay, in that sense, in that case, we, as Shine ambassadors, we will be updating you guys in the course of the next few weeks on a program that we have to support you guys in order to get your events more out there. We'll be posting events for you guys on the old Shine Award program. And if you want us to, then on Campus News as well. So if you guys don't have a club advisor, we will be able to do that for you. So you just email the Shine ambassadors your event information, your posters, and a brief description, the event dates, and so on, and we'll be able to do that for you. Now that we've signed up to be a Shine partner in this meeting, what is the next step? Is it to wait for verification? Yes. So in the course of the coming week or the week after, I will be reaching out to you guys on a one-on-one. I'll basically be DMing you on WhatsApp to say that your account has been activated, and you will get an email from me on your club email address telling you how you can go about activating your accounts. So that is the next step from now. You wait for my email, wait for your account to be activated, and then take it from there. It might be complicated the first time you guys access your portal, but once you get used to nominating the activities, you'll actually appreciate how simple it is and how easy it is to do so. So yeah, we have 5 more minutes. Before we end, does anyone have any closing remarks or any other questions or anything that they'd like to add?
So do we need, as a Shine partner, upload like the list of current BODs or somewhere? No. So, but then how would you know if someone is already part of the committee and whether they can sign up for a certain?
Under seal, we have your club records.
Okay.
We have your full committee lists already. And we have the people in charge of your portal, the person in charge. If we have any clarification to make, we'll definitely be reaching out to you guys on a one-on-one.
Okay. Just one last clarification. So the new Shine program is automatic for all March 2020 intake onward students, and those students prior, they are only concerned with this program if they were already part of the old Shine program.
Correct.
So the students prior to March 2020, if they didn't do Shine program previously, they wouldn't be concerned with this, is it? Okay.
And the students under previous to March 2020, which is the old Shine students, don't have access to this portal also. They have their own other portal. So we'll be reaching out to you guys to explain to you how you can nominate your events under that portal too in the future.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. My absolute pleasure. Okay, if that's all, for those of you who don't have questions, I hope you fill the feedback for me. Just everyone just take note that you're required to sign up for the portal using the link that Yusuf sent earlier by the end of tomorrow. So just make sure that's done, and then in the course of next week, we can work on your account activation. And if you filled back the feedback for me, you can leave, and I'll be here for the next 10 minutes answering any questions that anyone has left to ask. So thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys taking.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so for the people that are left, do you guys have any questions? Okay. Okay, there is a question. I'm a degree student since 2019. Do I have a Shine account? I don't understand this part. Okay, so since your 2019 intake, Shine at that time was an optional program, and we closed registration for it. So if you did not sign up to be a Shine student at that time, well, you probably do not have access. But I would recommend that you go to this, the website that I'm putting in the chat box right now, shine.taylors.edu. Go to this link and sign in with your usual Taylors login, which is your student ID number and password. If you can log in, that means you are a Shine student under the old program. If you cannot log in, then that means you are not a Shine student. Does that clear up your? All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so Kylie and Hon Lee, do you have any questions for me? Okay, if not, I'll be removing you guys because we want to have another discussion. Okay.
So bro, after this, so the people who will register, you're gonna open the account for them, right?
Yeah, Tasha has to do it.
Oh.
We don't have access to the admin. I asked her about it. I asked her if she wants to give us access to admin, whatever, but she said she can't. So she has to sit like the form that you've made. That's why I wanted it in a form way, so that she can start like one by one. She has to create all the accounts.
Okay. So after she so people are like confusing, like even in my 4 committees, they were like, if I even join the Shine portal, it's just a recruitment, right? So we can do by ourselves. Why do we need to be a Shine partner? So I said like we can, like Shine ambassador is coming with different approach, like where we can help with your marketing process like that. So it's like that way, right? So it's just we need to support them with the marketing support, you know, like the marketing material where Shine student will, like the Shine student will automatically get the emails when a Shine partner is posting a event out there.
We need to basically be creative to find ways that we can be more. I mean, make it something beneficial for the clubs also, where they feel motivated to.
Like there are like one campaign I was thinking for the students to become a Shine student.
Sorry?
The students who are having problem with the including like logging into the Shine portal. Like I wanted to create a campaign where like, we go for 1 month or 2 month form
Mhm.
where we collect all the data from the students where they're facing the problem and we solve it for them. And there is like Shine Partner Marketing Forum where we can use that like Instagram, like Musa is CNS official, and another one is like marketing campaign where we will help them to upload into the campus
So
news.
we already have a Facebook group. Are you part of the Facebook group?
2018, 19, that one.
That one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
We can do something like that, but on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram. That's what I was saying. Like that Instagram, but the name would be like Taylor's Clubs and Society Officials, where we post and make the
We
sequence.
can do it. We can do it in collaboration with Taylor's marketing, so that
Yeah.
Taylor's uni page can keep promoting the activities on that page too. We can think about it and look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time we don't have much to do anyway, so these are the kinds of things we can work on.
Yeah, these are the things that like Shine is doing for, right?
Yeah,
Like we don't need that much of event. We need to support both parties.
exactly. That's the objective.
Yeah.
Let me just check on the